YouTube. How you doing, YouTube? Welcome back. Beautiful day today. Another day, another dollar, right? As they say. Hope your day went well. What's this? Oh, you mean this box right here? Looks like a microwave to me. Well, Peanut, why you got a microwave on the tailgate of your truck? That's a good question. That's going to lead us into story time. Story time. I know you like those. Check it out. So at work, right? As you know, I'm a truck driver. So in the building where I work at, let's just say it's a long building, yay long. Where the truck drivers enter the building and pick up their paperwork, pick up their keys, talk to dispatchers, what have you, is in the center of the building. There's a table, a couple tables, a couple chairs. It's not really classified as a break room because there's nothing to eat in there. You know what I mean? But, you know, we hang out there to get our paperwork and get on out of there and hit the road. The official break rooms, or at the ends of the building, both ends, they're quite a distance away. They're officially a break room because they have vending machines in them, sodas, chips, what have you, and microwaves. That's the point I'm getting at. They have microwaves. So we never had, nor that we need, a microwave in our congregating area for the truckers. Typically, if we had a potluck, for example, or supervisors and or managers felt that they wanted to provide the drivers with some type of potluck or some type of luncheon or what have you, of course the food would be located on the tables where the drivers are, where the drivers congregate. But there's no microwave in that location typically. So what they would do is go to the ends of the building, either one, and borrow a microwave. So during those times, we would have a microwave in our section, if you will. So one day, I come in after we had a particular potluck or luncheon, whichever it was, and I noticed that the microwave was still in our area, located in our area of the warehouse. This is a large warehouse that I'm referring to. So jokingly, I said, "Hey, somebody gonna return this microwave, or we get to keep the microwave here now? What's the story with the microwave, you know?" And I noticed that the microwave was a different color variation than the typical ones that are at the end of the building. One of 6. This one here was standing out in red. So I knew it wasn't the company's microwave. So that's what made me question, well, what's going on with this microwave? I mean, it's ours now? Is it gonna stay in this department? And so I was told that this microwave was a gift to the drivers. And it was a gift from one of our managers. Because typically, we're not allowed to have a microwave in our section. They're usually on either end of the warehouse in a designated break room. So this gift that I was told that was presented to us by a manager for the drivers to enjoy their lunch, their personal lunch, and or during potluck arrangements we would already have a microwave ready to go for our use. Very nice of that gentleman to think of us in that manner and to provide us with something that is very useful and very much needed. Because the days that we're not having a potluck, drivers may come in with their own lunch that they simply want to heat up rapidly and then get back to work. Because we don't really hang out in this area and eat, sit down and eat. You know, the workload is constant. So having a microwave there is very useful. But the consideration is looked upon in a high manner coming from this particular individual, our manager. He didn't have to do this. Not one bit did he have to do this. And when I found out that the microwave that was in our location was provided from his own personal funds, man, that was the icing on the cake right there. That says a whole lot about his character. That says a whole lot about his consideration for his drivers. To come out of pocket, to not use a company card. This is something I'm assuming he felt that he wanted to do to provide a gesture for the drivers and the dispatchers and anyone in that particular area of the warehouse. So that resonated with me on a high scale. I gained a greater respect for that particular manager for doing so. Let's go ahead about a day or two. I think it was a day or two. I noticed this microwave is not even plugged in. The same microwave I'm referring to is not even plugged in. So I turned to the dispatcher. I said, hey, you might want to plug this in. There's a little dividing wall. Reached over, handed the dispatcher the plug. I said, you might want to plug this in. We can't use this if it's not plugged in. Common sense, right? Oh, Peanut, you didn't hear? Hear what? The microwave was already broken. I said, what? You mean to tell me the microwave we just got in our section, in our department, for us drivers, is already broken? Come on now. Yep, already broken. Apparently, one of the drivers got a little too rough with the ejection button that opens and closes the door of the microwave. That's all it took. Being overly excited and pressing the button too many times damaged the button where the door couldn't even open. Brand new microwave, grant you. Now, what do we do? What do we do? At the time, everyone was a little embarrassed to mention to the aforementioned manager that, hey, this microwave you just got us, by the way, it mysteriously broke 1 or 2 days later. I wouldn't want to be the one to tell him, to be honest. So it sat. This microwave sat for about 2 weeks now, at least. Just sitting there. Not thrown in the trash, not repaired, or anything. It's just there. Me, being me, I jokingly said to one of the dispatchers, don't trip, I'm going to replace that microwave. It's all good. One day, I'll replace that microwave for us, for everybody here, everybody in this department. I didn't really mean it when I said it. But me being me again, I'm a man of my word. I almost shouldn't have brought it up. But since it came out of my mouth, it was always in the back of my mind, especially every time I saw that broken microwave down there. I said, you know what I did? Put my foot in my mouth and say that I was going to replace this microwave. I even tried to get out of it at one point. I said, maybe we can all pitch in, you know what I mean? And come up with enough funds to replace the microwave. But I just said it jokingly. But I knew that I was dedicated and I was obligated, that's the word I'm looking for, obligated to replace this, since I had mentioned that I would. And no one was holding me to it. As far as they were concerned, I was just cracking another joke, as I typically do. That's what I'm known for, I guess. Sarcasmly. Because I'm not a comedian. But the day finally came, which is today. I had to run some errands, and I said, you know what? Let me look into this microwave thing. Because I kind of feel bad for the manager that went out of his way to purchase such an item. Not for his use, but for our use. The drivers and dispatchers in our area, in our section. And with my thinking, my train of thought, I see it as though if it were me and I came out of pocket and purchased this item and 2 or 3 days later it's broken, that would make me not want to do anything like that ever again. Not out of pocket anyway. Not out of my personal pocket. So I kind of feel that there's a wrong that needs to be right. And that's why it was on my mind, for the last week or so. And since we don't procrastinate on this channel over here, we made it happen. It's a small purchase. But hopefully, it says a lot to that very same manager that did for us. To show that we appreciate his gesture. We appreciate what he did for us. Not what he tried to do for us, what he actually did for us. It breaking had nothing to do with him. But I think it's only right that we replace it. And when I say we, I mean me, of course. And I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it for 2 reasons. Like I said, it's a wrong that needs to be right. And the second reason is, it's an item that's needed by a department. It's an item that's going to get used by the majority of the drivers / dispatchers in our area. Granted, I'll probably never use this thing because I don't bring my own lunch to work that I need to heat up. The only time I would ever use a microwave is if we did have a potluck, if we did have a luncheon of some type. For example, if pizza was brought in, by the time I return from a load, the stack of pizza may be cold. So of course I'm going to use a microwave at that time. But other than that, I really have no use for this at work. But I know that there are others that could probably use this on a daily basis. So I'm just trying to return the convenience that we had momentarily to our department. This is not something to get kudos off of or anything like that. The main reason for this video is to show my personal gratitude towards our manager that made the original purchase of a microwave on our behalf. That's the entire main focus of this video is to show you that I, at the very least, appreciate your gesture. Even though it's something that I would rarely use. But the fact that you went out of your way to make that happen for us says a lot about you. Says a whole lot about you. I wish I could mention your name, but for several reasons I can't. But you know who you are. You know who you are. So, I'll be bringing this to work tomorrow. Hopefully security will let me drive it up to the door, which is in the middle of the warehouse, because I don't feel like carrying it from the parking lot all the way to the middle of the warehouse building. So to others out there, realize what people do for you. Never forget what people do for you. And try to pay things forward from the things that people do for you. If someone does something for you, you turn around and do something nice for someone else. That's called paying it forward. It's called returning a favor. That's called overall being a good person. We need more people in this world just to be good people. That goes a long way in this life. That'll keep you out of a lot of trouble as well. So again, it's not about the price of things sometimes. This thing was little to nothing. It's not about the price. It's all about the acknowledgement of what was done for us before this one. Before that one was mistakenly broken. I'm sure it wasn't done on purpose. But it is what it is. So if you keep that mentality, you keep that spirit of appreciation and wanting to do for others, that would take you far in life. You'll leave a legacy for yourself, even with the tiniest gestures. You'll be remembered by someone, even for the tiniest gestures. Something that you may seem to you to be tiny, but may be everything to the next person. You never know. That's why we don't look down upon people that's unfortunate or that have unfortunate situations. Remember, those people can easily be you. You can easily become one of those people. So keep your heart full of love and full of kindness. Because there's always somebody looking at you. There's always someone observing you. There's always someone keeping a tally of your actions while you're here on this earth. Remember, think of others before yourself. And that will reciprocate right back to you in more than one ways. But you're not doing it for that reason, of course. So to my department, hope you enjoy. Get the most use out of it. Take care of it. Try your best to take care of it. And we'll go from there. To our department manager, once again, thank you so much for that gesture. Thank you so much for taking care of our department, our drivers, our dispatchers, etc. Enjoy your day, everyone. Peace out.